It's...
I believe Yulia City already sent a report, but this is a replica of Phone Master Ion.
I thought it would be best if Doth took him in.
I see. We'll take good care of him.
Don't worry. The people here won't force you to read the score.
You aren't staying, Annis?
No. I have something I need to do.
Don't worry. Annis will be back once it's all over. I'm sure she'll come see you. And I will too, of course.
By the way, what should we call him? Ion would be a bit...
Why don't you name him Annis? He has grown attached to you after all.
Florian.
Florian?
It means innocent one.
Florian, I'll come back to see you later. Oh,
Annis, let's go.
Hey there, people. My name is Tagori, and welcome back to more Tales of the Abyss. So, to stop the planet storm, we head to the radiation gate at the southernmost point of Aldorant. Alright, let's go. My name is Tagori, welcome back to more Tales of the Abyss, and I was coming to Doth because I had something planned. I actually forgot that this was the next plot point. So, I'm actually just going to leave, come right back in, just to make sure that the entire city is reloaded. Because there is an event here. Oh yeah, we should probably look at Mo's fate before that goes away. Eventually, these conversations... why isn't it here? Anyway, these conversations do just go away, so they technically are missable, but I don't think that they're important in any way. But let's go back into the cathedral. And then all the way to the back here, to the main chapel. And let's talk to this guy. This should be where I want to be. This is technically a side quest here.
Oh, it's good to see all of...
what is it, Maestro Tritime?
I feel some unusual phonons.
What are you talking about?
That, I suspect.
This sword?
I felt the first phonon in it from the moment we got it, but it's been growing stronger day by day.
Okay, so they're like, yeah, we sensed something weird, and Luke is holding this sword that's trying to eat the air, and he's like, what? You think this sword is weird?
Where did you find this sword?
The Megiora Highlands. It was stuck in a monster's back.
So if you remember when we were trying to rescue the Albior, I think the original one, we fought like a T-Rex, and this is the sword that we got from said enemy.
Maestro, is there something about this sword?
Well, I suppose at this point I can talk about it. That sword is said to be one of the catalysts of the planetary phonic art.
Planetary phonic art? What is that?
An immense phonic art that was proposed in the Dawn Age. It was never actually put to use, though. The phonic war ended before it could be, or so I've heard.
Yes, records of the art were found in Yulia City. The previous phone master, Evanos, secretly undertook a plan to revive it.
And he needed the sword for that?
Yes, 3 weapons with the power of Rem, and 3 with the power of Shadow. These are required for the planetary phonic art, in theory anyway.
That sure is vague.
To be honest, we don't know. The Oracle Knight responsible for overseeing the plan destroyed the records and left the Order. And Evanos has passed away as well.
That's too bad. It sounds like a really powerful art. Battles would be so easy if the Colonel could use it.
Perhaps it would be useful. Go to Ketterberg, then. The former Oracle Knight has reportedly passed away, but you may still be able to learn something.
What was that Oracle Knight's name?
Locrian Colonel Gelda Nebulim.
Nebulim? I could swear I've heard that somewhere. We don't need any planetary phonic art. Even without it, Jade's still ridiculously strong.
Luke, what are you hiding?
Jade...
Well, if you deem it necessary, I have no objection to visiting Ketterberg.
The two of you are certainly acting strangely.
Alright, so Gelda Nebulum. Once again, coming into our radar. But, this is the quest line that we're going to be doing today. So, we're going to Ketterberg. I just need to, you know, leave Doth. And outside of the city, we can see Moe's fate. That's some shape Moe's got himself into. Could he even understand us talking to him anymore? He's suffering from severe neurocontamination. I doubt he's still sane. I wonder if he'll live out the rest of his life as a monster like that. More likely, all his atoms and phonons will separate soon, and he will die. He's so stupid. Why couldn't he have taken a more open view of the score? No, Annis, in other circumstances, we might have ended up the same way. Believing strongly in something can require great sacrifice at times. We should be careful. A painful phonic art. The planetary phonic art, huh? I wonder what kind of art it is. What could it mean to release the power of Alderant itself? Put simply, it drops the mass of a planet on the target. A whole planet? Whoa. That sure sounds heavy. Yes, and very painful. And just what sort of scene are the three of you imagining? Oh, let their imaginations run wild. It is, in fact, quite painful after all. Jade, how would you know? Anyway, to Ketterberg. There we go. Just trying to remember all the buttons here. It's been just a couple of days since I've played this, so yeah, it's just a bit confusing getting back into it. I'm gonna go to the front and land, and then I can enter Ketterberg. So, we need to talk to someone about Nebulum, and we actually kind of know someone that has information, or can at least give us direction. And they're over here. Stupid kid. In the governor's residence. In the back. That's right, it's Jade's sister.
An Oracle Knight that used to live in Ketterberg? I can look in the records. What was this person's name? Gelda Nebulum. Professor Nebulum?
My, did you know her?
Professor Nebulum opened a private school here after leaving the Order. I studied under her, as did my brother.
Colonel, you did know her, didn't you?
And you knew too, Luke. That's why you were acting so strangely.
I don't know her.
Don't blame Luke. I told him to keep it a secret. Emperor Peony aside, sharing a classroom with Dist is one of my life's less laudable moments.
Dist aside, Emperor Peony studied under her as well?
The Emperor was confined to his mansion, but he would sneak out and just sit in on the class.
Some emperor he is.
So, did this Professor Nebulum leave anything behind? I've heard that the Malkuth Army's intelligence division collected all of her documents some time ago.
The Malkuth Army? Why?
What's the problem? Jade just has to run in there and ask.
I doubt it'll be that easy. Intelligence divisions are usually independent from the rest of the army.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to ask the Emperor for assistance.
Alright, so now we need to go talk to Emperor Peony. So, he is in his chamber, but first there's going to be something that we need to do for him. Excuse me, did any Rapigs run this way just now? Rapigs? We haven't seen any. Oh no, what am I going to do? Gelda, Saphir. So if we actually talk with him? Oh, it's you. You've come at a good time. Your mission is this time is... We haven't said anything about taking on any missions. Details, who needs them? More importantly, my precious Rapigs have run away. They should still be in the castle somewhere. Think you could look for them? Your Majesty, we did not come here to search for Rapigs. What? Then I ask you this. What do you intend to do if my cute little Jade falls down the stairs and breaks his neck? How will you take responsibility if my cute little Jade is roasted in the kitchen? That's extremely disturbing. Please stop saying that. Don't worry. You're the non-cute Jade. My cute little Jade isn't good at learning tricks, but his fur is so shiny and... We'll search for them. So please, just stop. I'm glad you come to see it my way. There are 5 Rapigs. Nefri, Jade, Saphir, Aslan, and Gelda. If you find them, I'll reward you. Thanks. Colonel? My apologies. I was unable to take any further humiliation. Emperor Peony really has your number, huh, Jade? Has he got blackmail material on you or something? If Jade has any weakness, I'd like to know what they are. I have to admire His Majesty. At any rate, now that we've taken on the job, we've got to look for them. Yeah, let's get that reward. Okay, so finding these Rapigs should be pretty easy. First one is going to be right over here. Ah, this one's Jade, huh? For being named after Jade, he was pretty easy to find. The next one, I'm pretty sure, is through here. Essentially, we just need to look around the castle, and the castle itself is pretty small. Up close, this one's eyes are the same color as General Fringe's. And that's why he's named Aslan? His Majesty doesn't spend much time on names, does he? Alright, head up the stairs for this next one. I think. I'm pretty sure. So that was number 2. Here's number 3, right in the middle of the room. I have to question the thought process behind naming this Rapig after the professor. Did you say something? No, it's nothing. So that was number 3. Number 4. Right. Number 4 would be... I just had to check. Should be right in here. Somewhere. I thought that they were all just real easy to find. Oh, no, I know where it is. My bad. It is in the audience hall. So this is number 4, right back there. I can't believe he used my sister's name. But it looks like this one has the fanciest collar. I'm not sure I like that either. And what do you know, we can't slip between the chairs for some reason. I've always found that weird. Then the last one. The last one. I think. No, this is number... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, this should be the last one then. Saphir, isn't that Dist the Reaper's real name? The stupid look on its face is remarkably similar. I think that's the last one. So let's talk to Peony. Good work. I'm relieved to have all my cute rapigs back. It's sure a sight with this many rapigs together in one place. They're so cute. Your Majesty, what about that reward? Oh, right. Allow me to give you this. It's a pass to the spa in Ketterberg. Whatever. That spa is a high-class, members-only spa for nobles. It costs 100,000 gold just to join. That sounds lovely. I've heard of it before. I'm sure the baths there are far superior to those at the castle. I can't imagine what a spa is like. For some reason, I'm not very happy with this reward. Yeah, it's usually only the ladies who'd have an interest in spas. Really? I like them myself. I'm pleased. You do occasionally give out thoughtful gifts, Your Majesty. Right now, it's under remodeling, but go try it out once they reopen. And Jade receives the Emperor's Best Friend title. Alright, and now, let's see if just reloading the room works. Or, I'm pretty sure that I have to leave. But let's see. There we go.
Well, this is a surprise.
What do you know?
Did you come to visit my rapigs? Adorable, aren't they?
We'll save your Majesty's rapigs for another time. Guy, if you would explain.
Me? Why do I always have to explain things?
I love that little joke. How Guy always gets
Professor
the
Nebulum, huh?
privilege of explaining
My dad
things.
was still on the throne then, so I don't know much about it. Anyway, I'll get the intelligence division to submit the information. I'll have it sent to your office, Jade.
Do you hear something?
Yes. This sounds like phonon interference.
Now that you mention it,
It's the 1st and 6th phonons!
That's odd. It's coming from somewhere in this room.
Maybe it's a phonon bomb.
Hey, that's not funny.
Come on, let's look for it.
This is it. The sound is coming from this sword.
It looks like it's reacting to the shadow sword we have. Tyr, would you use a phonic seal on it?
Man,
What
I
is
liked
this
its
sword, Your
bright
Majesty?
colors.
Old McGovern left it behind when he retired from the army. I collect weapons, so he left it here for me.
Jade, do you think this is one of the planetary phonic art catalysts?
I presume so, but to call this mess a collection?
Did you say something?
Not at all. Incidentally, would it be possible to borrow this sword?
I suppose that if those 3 cute girls begged a little...
that's a fine case of sexual harassment.
Okay, then you guys do it too. Go ahead, Luke.
Me? Please lend us the sword.
Next.
With all due respect, we would like to borrow the sword.
Next.
Emperor Peony, you're so handsome. Can we please borrow the sword? Pretty please, with sugar on top.
Great, great. Just wait until you're 6 years older and I'll date you anytime.
That's not creepy at all.
Whoa, he sure changed fast.
Please lend us the sword.
I love that face.
Oh, that icy smile. Yeah.
Me too? Your Majesty, would you please allow us to borrow the sword?
Oh, that hint of naivete. Yes.
Your Majesty.
Shut up. Don't beg. I'll puke.
Now, Your Majesty. Please allow me to offer my most sincere request.
Nope. Leave.
How unfortunate. We'll be taking the sword then.
All right, so we get La Celeste. And... yep, one of the swords. So now we need to go to Jade's office, which I always have trouble finding. Anyway, the Emperor's Ideal Woman. Those sure were weird names the Emperor gave to his repigs. Yeah, really, Jade, Saphir, Nefri. He even used my name. He certainly does cause problems. There's nothing wrong with nostalgia for one's childhood. Hey, didn't Nefri look pretty? Now that you mention it, yes, she did. Her fur was quite beautiful. Nefri was the Emperor's first love. Huh? The Emperor still won't marry because he can't forget about her. I have no idea what he intends to do about a successor. So the Emperor likes smart, pretty girls with glasses. Time to go buy some capacity core specs. Still haven't given up on marrying into wealth, huh? Some things will never change. And, Annis really is one of those. So, I sort of did this side quest on my own, but I do know that that Jade's office is over here. I just can't remember where in the building. I think I have to go all the way back. And then, yep, right in here. Okay. That was a lot easier than it was last time.
Colonel, some documents have been delivered from the Intelligence Division.
So did we just kind of wait in this office for a few hours?
Let's see.
What do they say?
There's information on the professor's life, the incantation for the planetary phonic art, and, a map.
A map?
Yes. This looks like Mount Ronil. It seems there's a phonic glyph beyond the mountain which reacts to the catalysts.
Now that you mention it, Professor Nebulum did go to Mount Ronil a lot, didn't she?
Whoa, what's the Emperor doing here?
His Majesty pays unannounced visits to the Colonel's office frequently.
Well, that explains that.
Well then, shall we head for Mount Ronil?
Not yet. It would probably be best to wait until we have all of the catalysts. By the way, Your Majesty, it seems that there are quite a few sections missing from these documents.
Apparently somebody took them without anyone's knowledge.
Dist?
Probably.
Does it say anything about where the rest of the catalysts are?
Unfortunately, no. Only that they came in pairs, and that the McGovern family had one.
I guess we'll just have to find them the hard way.
Okay. So, McGovern. That's St. Bina, I think. And I guess that's our next objective. Before we head to St. Bina, there is actually something that we need to pick up here in Batical. So if we go over here, this, if you remember, is where we first had Natalia join us. So I actually want to quickly switch here. And then we can go up here and here. And there's a ladder over here. So, yeah, there we go. So we can fly up, grab that. And with Mewfire 2, we can keep trying to hit... There we go, that switch. Without Mewfire 2, it just doesn't go far enough. So you need both of these upgrades to just get here. So I did grab those, not really intending to do this, but then also I wanted to do this, so I guess it worked out. Then I can probably easily... Okay, yeah, it... What? No. There we go. So I actually did figure out how to tell people not to use items. It's just left bumper or L1. That switch actually did help me keep a better map of the buttons in my head. I guess on PS2 they are straight buttons, whereas PS3 they became triggers on the bottom. So it did make sense. Anyway, this trolley, car, whatever, is here now. And so we can take this one. Across to here. And there is a ladder here, which I did not notice before. But we can just climb this, and it should just be a straight shot. So I'll grab this, a sunlight chamber, and...
What is a bow doing in this abandoned factory?
I can hear phonon interference.
Wow, so this is one of the catalysts? What's it doing here?
This used to be a weapon factory. They might have used this in developing new weapons.
But since they left it here, there's no problem with us taking it, right?
Sounds fine to me. This place probably belonged to the royal family anyway.
Then let's take it with us.
Alright, and we get Holy Quaddle. Man, I don't know how to say that name. So again, there is this ladder. Where does this go? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, well, okay. I backed myself into a corner.
You're dead!
I'm sorry. Ow.
Let's try a new art.
Whoa, Final Cross.
We really had no choice.
Cool. A new art. I'm pretty sure that Luke has learned most of his arts, but I'm not really sure about all the others. I think Jade might have a few more to go, even though at like level 50, it said that he was fully powered up again. But, you know, people always learn. Alright, so on to St. Bina, where we can talk to, what is his name, Emperor McGovern, or Governor McGovern? Elder McGovern?
That sword. Isn't that the sword I offered to the Emperor?
Yes, we're presently borrowing it because we need it for something. Incidentally, it seems that this sword was one of a pair.
That would be Bloodbane. I've left it to my son now. What do you want with it?
Apparently it's needed for some big planetary phonic art thing.
I see. Well, I don't mind, but...
Is there something that bothers you?
Well, that weapon was once used to seal away a phonist who was ravaging Malkuth.
Seal away? Don't you mean defeat?
The serial phonist killer, correct? As I recall, that was your last battle.
Yes, it was horrible. She destroyed an entire company all by herself. It was a small company, granted, but still.
An entire company destroyed? That sounds like a demon.
And you could only seal her away?
So where'd you seal her?
That's confidential, you fool. What do you think would happen if someone let her out? In any case, it's a dangerous weapon. Be careful with it.
Alright, and his son should be over here.
Bloodbane?
Yes, we'd like to borrow it if that's not a problem.
I see. Excellent timing. As it happens, I have a favor to ask. If you'll do it for me, I'll lend you Bloodbane.
What's this favor?
Well, the other day, my father's Rapig ran away while I was taking him for a walk.
You want us to find him?
Yes. That Rapig was a gift from the Emperor in return for lost Celesti. Fortunately, my father hasn't noticed yet, but...
Rapigs again?
So he's somewhere in the town?
Actually, he fled outside the town. And worse, it seems his monster blood has awakened. He won't approach the town anymore.
You mean we have to search outside?
Yes. The Rapig's name is August. He's wearing a red ribbon, so you should be able to recognize him immediately. He's quite active, so you may have to search pretty far. I'm counting on you.
This is crazy.
Okay, more Rapig hunting. I say hunting, but it's searching. Not... It's, technically, it's Hunt. Anyway... Found it. No! Don't get in the ship! Are you kidding me? There we go. You may have to search pretty far. Immediately finds it. Alright. What's his name? Glenn? Here you go, buddy.
August! Thank goodness!
So you'll lend us blood pain now, right?
Of course. And please, keep the incident with August a secret from my father.
Alright, we've got blood pain. And I want to say that's all the time that we have for today. So, for now, this side quest is taking us places, but I hope you've been enjoying it. Please join me again for the completion of it, hopefully. Oh, wait, no, thinking back, it probably isn't the completion. Anyway, join me for more Tales of the Abyss.